I can't hear it. Good morning. So welcome today to Prakruti Annual Conference 2025 on Green Building, Green Company and Sustainability City, organized by Prakruti Education and Research Organization, Prakruti Research Institute, in association with RCUES of All India Local Self-Government and CII IGBC. The flow of the event will first have our inauguration, and then we have eminent speakers and panel discussions today, and I'm really excited today. Before that, I would request to start with the inauguration function. I would request Dr. Jairaj Phatak, IASDG, All India Local Self-Government, Dr. Milind Kulkarni, Director, Prakruti Research Institute and Prakruti Foundation, Dr. Ajit Salvi, Director, RCUES, Dr. Mala Singh, Chairperson of CII IGBC Mumbai Chapter, Rtn Alpa Shah, President of Rotary Club of Mumbai, inspired on dials for lightning of the ceremonial lamp. Dr. Sunita Purushottam, Sunita Purushottam, who is the Chief Sustainability Officer of Mahindra Lifespace Ltd. I would request them to please gather for the cerebral lamp lighting.
Hey, check, test, see, test, see. Hey, check.
Thank you so much, our all guests. Request you to please take your seat on the stage. On the stage.
Hey, check.
So now we would request Dr. Milind Kulkarni for the introductory speech about the theme of the conference about Prakruti Research Institute and Prakruti Foundation.
Hello, good morning everybody. So I am immensely thankful to you for coming all the way to this conference. So first let me talk about this theme of the conference, which is green building, green company and sustainable city. So as you know, the environment is becoming a hot topic, as Dr. Jairaj Phatak ji was speaking in the morning. Earlier there was not so much focus on the environment, but now you can see this everywhere. You are talking Everywhere you can listen about environment, sustainability, climate change, global warming, etc. And there was a survey of various jobs which was conducted by United Nations. And there are some 20 jobs which are going to be the big jobs in the near future. And there are 20 jobs which are going to be declining. They will be non-existent. So environmental engineers is a job which is going to be highly focused in the coming days. So that's why the theme for the conference is green building, green company and sustainable city. So green building, building construction activity, you know, there are many people from BMC who have come here as delegates. The redevelopment activity in Mumbai is taking place at a very fast rate. And we want that all these new building construction activity should take into account the environmental factor so that our sustainability will be there in long-term basis, because the water supply demand is increasing at a rapid state. And if one building is going to become 3 times more, where the water will come? So it is important that we should recycle the water, we should use fixtures which are very efficient, and so many other factors are there in green buildings, which of course people will tell during the course of the time. So green company, as you know, the impact of green companies is much more than the green buildings, because if you are manufacturing things like that, your environmental impact in terms of energy consumption, greenhouse gas emissions, water consumption is tremendous, and nobody was bothered so much about that. But since our Prime Minister has taken over, he has declared that India will be carbon neutral in which year? I think everybody you must know that. Which is that? 2070. And he has set up the target for other companies like, for example, Indian Oil, HPCL. They will become carbon neutral before that. That is 2046 itself. Amit. So therefore, green company is also becoming very important, and of course sustainability. So everybody wants to become sustainable. So I will not talk much about that, and during the course of the day, the experts are going to talk. So now I'm talking something about this conference is organized by Prakruti Education and Research Foundation. So I'll just talk 2 minutes about foundation and then the other speakers can take over. So this Prakruti Education and Research Foundation is a Section 8 company, which is an NGO and which is incorporated on 20th October 2020, and it is registered with Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Government of India under Companies Act. So as you know, NGOs are having 3 formats: societies, trusts, and Section 8 company. So this is Section 8 company where the compliance is very, very tough. So sometimes in Marathi we say, "Char anachi kombdi ani rupayacha masala." So the efforts in compliance are much more than whatever activities we are doing. Of course, that is in the beginning, but as you progress, I will say the reverse will happen. The activities which we are doing, like this is one of the activities conducted by the foundation. So those activities will go on increasing. So license under and registration under IT Section Act. So we have 12A. That is, we get interest on whatever amount which we kept, like saving accounts, so which is not applicable for current account. For that, 12A is required. ATG, suppose somebody donates to the foundation, they get benefit in income tax. And CSR, that is, if CSR funds are available, then the corporate sector, they want that you should have, your foundation should have CSR certificate. So there are rules for that. That is, you should be in existence for 3 years. You should show that what activities so far you have conducted, then only they give you that. Next. So this is the certificate of corporation. Next. So these are the objectives: to establish education and research institutes, to undertake research in environment protection and sustainable development, to do awareness about environment protection, to work for skill development, to work for fairness in education system. Next. So these are the key persons. Next. So these are the institutes so far under the foundation: Prakruti Research Institute, Prakruti Institute of Management, under which there is a 2-year PGDM program in environment management and sustainability, and Prakruti Technical Academy. Like jobs is a problem, so we are teaching people from rural area in AutoCAD, etc. Next. So these are the various projects which are conducted so far. Next. So Chief Minister when he was Chief Minister, Mr. Devendra Fadnavis in 2019, he said, "Mi puna yein." Now, fortunately, he has come again. So he is felicitating here for my work in solid waste management. Next. So that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Milind. I would request everyone to अपने जो best friend है उनको थोड़ा side में करके silent कर दीजिए. Which is your best friend? Your mobile phones, please. Can you please keep on silent? So now I request Ms. Rtn Alpa Shah, who is the President of Rotary Club of Mumbai Inspire, for the introductory speech.
Thank you, Chaitali, and heartiest congratulations to Dr. Milind Kulkarni on this very successful conference. So, good morning and a very warm welcome. I congratulate and thank you, Dr. Milind Kulkarni, once again for arranging Prakruti Foundation conference today. Green Building, Green Company and Sustainable City, organized by Prakruti Education and Research Foundation's Prakruti Research Institute, in association with Regional Center for Urban and Environmental Studies of All India Institute of Local Self-Government, Mumbai, which is supported by Empower Education. I am a social entrepreneur, author and finance professional. My for-profit organization is Empower Education, and my NGO is Freedom Foundation, where we do a lot of activities for lower strata income group people. I'm happy to share that being a charter president of Rotary Club of Mumbai Inspire, in fact, we have members here from our club, Dr. Milind, Chaitali, and of course Harvinder is here with us. It gives me immense joy and satisfaction of creating impact and building sustainable, strong nation by supporting and participating in such great initiatives. Also, one of our CSR corporate, my client, Prachi, has supported from their CSR fund to this conference. And I'm happy that event will be witnessed by corporate HR heads, CSR heads, engineers, professionals from real estate sector, business owners, heads, government officials, administrative heads, municipal functionaries, community leaders, faculty members, research people who are doing research, and this is such an opt and high-end event. Maybe we are few people here, but I'm sure many digitally will also be getting benefited with this. With so many prominent speakers we have with us, Dr. Jairaj Phatak, Dr. Avinash, Dr. Sunita, Dr. Ajit Salvi, Dr. Mala Singh, I feel so privileged to be with them today. I'm sure we all are going to take away many things in green building, green company and sustainable city. My special mention here is the commitment put in by Master of Ceremony Chaitali and her team. Once again, I thank Dr. Milind Kulkarni for such a great initiative on environment and sustainability. Looking forward for a power-packed day ahead. Once again, thank you very much for joining the event.
Thank you, Rotarian and President of Rotary Club of Mumbai Inspire, Alpa Shah. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Ajit Salvi, RCUES and ex-Deputy Chief Engineer, BMC, for the introductory speech.
Good morning all. Our RCUES, that is the Regional Center for Urban and Environmental Studies under All India Institute of Local Self-Government. We are also part of this particular conference, and I am really honored to have some inaugural speech here. So far RCUES is concerned, as the name indicates, it is related to urban and environment. So whatever is happening in terms of environment, we are always there. Our particular institute, that RCUES it is funded by MAHUA, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, under Government of India. Coming back to today's conference, to be very frank, incidentally this conference is organized by Prakruti. Prakruti has got a big different meaning on a broader size and on a smaller way also. In a broader way, you can say it is a nature, original nature. But in a smaller way, we say, in Marathi, we say, Prakruti kashi hai, changli hai ka white hai. So nowadays the problem is what Prakruti of Earth is not good at this stage. Prakruti of Earth is not good. And Dr. Milind is coming forward with some green therapy. That is what he suggested, some green therapy. I think this therapy we are going to discuss throughout the day. And let us understand what therapy he is suggesting. And for that purpose, as a different, we say very knowledgeable and experienced, say speakers are there, panelists are there. We are working together for almost 1 month to organize various speakers, various panelists, and each and everybody should be the very knowledgeable in the field. You will find that at the end of the day, definitely whoever is attending the conference, they will be taking something out of that conference. And our focus was that conference should be of quality rather than quantity. We are not interested to make the 100 people are attending without understanding any aspect of the environment. So that is not our that was not our focus. So all the sitting here and some more guest delegates are expected. Everybody is working in the field of environment. And as I suggested, entire team of the speakers are very knowledgeable and very experienced. Let me tell you in a joking way, there is no Rohit Sharma and no Virat Kohli. All are experts. Okay. So they will perform well and they will deliver well. That is what my word. Anyway, so in a short way, I can say thanks for inviting me, and we are a part of this particular conference. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ajit Salvi. And I would request Dr. Mala Singh, Chairperson of CII IGBC Mumbai Chapter, for the introductory speech.
Good morning, everyone. So first of all, thank you so much, Dr. Milind, for inviting CII IGBC at this platform to collaborate with you as a knowledge partner. So all of you, if you see the concept of today's conference, this is about green buildings, green company and sustainable cities. So let me tell you, CII IGBC, in fact CII, I think you must have heard about that. So this is Confederation of Indian Industry, which is more than 100 years old organization. So IGBC is just a baby of CII. And IGBC itself, since 2001, it is flourishing green building movement across country to transform our India as a green Bharat and sustainable Bharat. Having said that, its journey was started in 2001 with one building, which is in Shoradji Godrej Business Center in Hyderabad, which is a CII's its head office, and which is India's first platinum certified green building, and now it is a net zero first green building in the country, net zero platinum. And today, if you see the growth in green building footprint, so that has transformed into from this one green building of just 20,000 square feet to today it is a 13 billion square feet across the country. So this is what the kind of momentum of green building, pioneering by and setting the milestone with IGBC. The journey has been started and today it is an achievement. And apart from that, IGBC has 32 rating systems and all that I'm going to cover in my speech. But I think somebody said that green therapy we need for Mother Earth. Let me tell you, Mother Earth can heal itself. It can live without dinosaurs, without human beings. But it is us, we as a human being. We cannot live without Mother Earth because she has blessed us with all the natural resources, water, electricity, whatever, biodiversity, she has blessed with us. But what we have done, we know that. I think I don't need to say that. If you see the planetary boundaries, out of 9 planetary boundaries, 7 have been already, finished. And if you talk about Earth Overshoot Day, I think I don't need to tell you because I was told that you are from environmental background. You know that that has already gone. So mother resources we have already exploited so radically. So now the therapy is very important, but the therapy needs to be done very sensitively and very responsibly. So that's the message from here. I think from this conference, whatever insights you people will take, please use that in your life, at your organization level or in your life. This is what my message to all of you, and I wish all the best for this conference and you take a lot of green messages so that you people can be green doctor. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Mala. So, how much are you excited? I can't hear. It has to be loud if you're excited, right? So, I'm really excited myself, Chaitali Chatterjee, Chairperson of V, that is Women Entrepreneurs Enclave. And now we would start with our session with our chief guest, Dr. Jairaj Phatak. Oh, yes. I'm so sorry. So before that, I would request Dr. Sunita Purushottam to kindly have your introductory speech. She is the CSR and Sustainability Head of Mahindra Lifespace.
So you will hear me later on, but I'll just say a few words here now. I think you've begun very well with the Prakruti, the connotation that what is nature and what is our nature. And you mentioned that, Prithvi ka Prakruti is challenged. It's actually our Prakriti is challenged. Our nature has got, we have lost touch, and as a result of which we'll need the green therapy with a lot of care, which Dr. Mala Singh alluded to, but for whom? Not for Earth, because Earth, like Mala Singh said, everybody knows that it will go on, but will it have humans in it, is the question that needs to be asked, and hence the question is more about our own Prakriti, and what we are going to do, what actions we are going to take today will determine whether the earth can sustain us or will reject us. And so that is what we are hurtling towards. And goals, targets, decarbonization, biodiversity loss, pollution will be all part of these discussions. But more than that, our health is going to be part of the whole thing. And it's important that we take care of ourselves in this environment and take care of what is happening around us, and with that we can set it in the context of where we live, how we live, what we do, and the environment that we live in that dictates our lives. So that's very important, and we'll discuss it today and going forward in this conference. Thank you.
Thank you, amazing, because I'm really excited to, and every eminent speaker is coming up with different topics, and they're too good. So now I would request our chief guest, Dr. Jairaj Phatak, IASDG, All India Local Self-Government, for the presidential address. Before that, I would like to introduce him. Dr. Jairaj Moreshwar Phatak is an IAS officer of 1978 batch. He graduated with an MSc from IIT Bombay. He later obtained a postgraduate degree from Harvard University. He obtained a doctorate from the University of Mumbai. He served as the Municipal Commissioner of the Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai BMC from May 2007 to October 2009. Earlier, he served as the Principal Secretary in Urban Development Department, Rural Development Department of Maharashtra Government. During his tenure as Secretary, the Social Education Department was lauded for the efforts he undertook to improve welfare of students. He was posted as a Collector Nagpur, Municipal Commissioner Mumbai, and Managing Director of Rural Electrification Corporation Limited. Dr. Jairaj Phatak, IAS retired, was associated as a professor in All India Local Self-Government since 2017 and taken over the charge as the Director General and Professor of the All India Institute of Local Self-Government from 21st September 2021. So I request Dr. Phatak to kindly address, and with a big round of applause from you all, please.
Dignitaries on the dais, ladies and gentlemen. The All India Institute of Local Self-Government is a trust set up by municipalities, first for their own training purposes and now for consultancy services and advisory services to municipalities and related sectors. The RCUES, which Dr. Salvi is heading, is our wing where we get some grants from Government of India to do trainings in municipalities and other places on topics which are important from the point of view of Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, MOHUA. So whatever topics are their priorities, and environment, although the ministry is different, it incidentally creeps in. So those topics are training courses are handled by Dr. Salvi. Our own training courses, our most important training course is Sanitary Inspectors Diploma, SI. That has about 7,000 students throughout India because number of sanitation staff is the maximum in municipalities. Then local self-government diploma is for municipal clerks, then firemen, nursing, lab techniques, these are the courses we do, and we do number of assignments which are in the nature of advisory and consultancy. A large city like Nashik, if there is a map to be prepared, GIS plan, then big companies like Price Waterhouse come in. But if they are small towns like Kargil, then these large companies don't go there. It is the All India Institute of Local Self-Government which prepared the GIS plans of most of the Himalayan towns because they were really necessary and priority of Government of India. Now all over the world, the United Nations, the Department of Economic and Social Affairs has laid down an agenda. For 2015 to 2030, this agenda is 17 sustainable, that is SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. Out of these 17, 6 goals relate to environment sector. So almost 1/3 priority of the world is for environmental issues. These are number 6, that is clean water and sanitation. Number 7, affordable clean energy. Number 11, sustainable cities and communities. Responsible consumption, climate action, and inter alia. Well, I would say that the rise in the sea level is not something which is totally new. The earth has seen many ups and downs in the sea level. In fact, the current geological age, which was called Holocene age, was renamed by scientists as Anthropocene age, because the anthropos, the human beings, are causing many changes in the earth in the last 11,000 years. So temperatures were rising and cooling. Now we find through excavations that Sri Krishna's Dwarka, which was sometimes considered mythological, now excavations show that a few fathoms down a city really exists. The water levels have risen and the city has gone underwater. The research of H.D. Sanklia was 2nd century BC. Result of S.R. Rao, it was as old as 14th century BC. So levels have risen particularly near the sea and cities have been drowned. Even about the Ram Setu, which was considered a geological formation, the research shows that it was about 7,000 years back. It has gone underwater. Whether man-made or geological formation, that will be later. But the story is that indeed, for us people, pre-Aryan people, we call Harappan people, they were here thousands of years back and they did construct various structures which then went underwater. Well, both Ram and Krishna incidentally have been described as dark. The Aryans were fair people. So it is reasonable to believe that these pre-Aryan people were Harappans and about whom stories came by word of mouth, because at that time there were no records written. In my family, I know about my great-grandfather, where he lived, where he shifted. But if you ask me about great-grandfather's great-grandfather, I don't know anything about it. That doesn't mean that he did not exist. He had to be there. Without that, our family would not have been born later. So like that, even if historical evidence is not there and it is mythological, mythological doesn't mean that it is untrue. Maybe with some distortions it has come back to us. Now about the green buildings, it is well known that the conventional buildings, the cement jungles are contributing to the rise in temperatures. As Mrs. Singh pointed out, in 2003, CII Godrej GBC building in Hyderabad became first platinum rated green building. Thereafter, when I was Municipal Commissioner from 2007 to 2009, numerous initiatives came from various developers to incorporate measures in buildings which are environmentally friendly, resource efficient, but naturally all these things cost money, and the so-called green buildings became more expensive than the conventional brown buildings. So they wanted some concessions in the property tax. At that time it was at that level. Now the second thing is green companies, because companies which are causing lots of pollution, increase in temperature, they are damaging atmospheres. So environmentally friendly, sustainable businesses, the costs involved will be more, but perhaps ultimately the cost to the earth will be less. Then naturally, whenever there is target set, there is bogus reporting. Bogus reporting was found in biogas plants, in family planning cases and others. So, there is two terms have come, green washing. You are not actually green, but you show you are green. So, green washing and green scamming, these are the terms I read about. Now, as far as sustainable development goals are concerned, after independence, particularly after liberalization, Indian economy is growing quite rapidly. But still, we are in the bottom half of the Committee of Nations. We are not in the last quarter, we are now in the third quarter. So, we cannot really be classified as the undeveloped country, but we are a lower middle income country. We are in the third quarter, China is in the second quarter. Again, I find that most of these indicators ultimately are related to income. Lord Keynes was asked about economic development and he had replied that economic development is the basis of all development, because unless you have money, you can't really take up any other measures. In GDP per capita on a PPP basis, we are 125th out of 190, again in the third quarter. If instead of nominal you take purchasing power parity, we become 136th out of 190. In HDI, Human Development Index, we are 134th out of 193 total UN members, with ratio of 0.644, that is we are at 64%. We are passing in first class, but barely in first class. There are countries which are having 80%, 90%. Then in SDGs, we are 122 out of 166. That is again 63%. We are incidentally a reasonably equal society. Although Ambanis and Adanis are at one end and there is poverty at the other end, even then our Gini coefficient is 34.2. In Committee of Nations, arranged in or reverse order of Gini, we are 138th out of 172. So we are not very bad as far as equality is concerned. Many countries in Latin America and Africa, they are far more unequal than us. There is an American astrophysicist and author, Neil Tyson. In his writing, he observed one interesting thing. Incidentally, we human beings know what is coming, how temperature is rising, how pollution is rising. Neil Tyson observes the dinosaurs who perhaps died out because of a meteorite hitting the earth. The dinosaurs never saw that asteroid is coming. But what is our excuse? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for the wonderful session today. Now we request Dr. Milind Kulkarni to kindly felicitate Dr. Jairaj Phatak. Thank you so much. And now we will start with our panel discussion on environmental issue of Mumbai and solutions, moderated by Dr. Ajit Salvi. And our eminent panelists are Dr. Prashant Bhave, Professor Adjunct Environment Engineering, VJTI, Mumbai, Dr. Sunita Purushottam. Yeah. Dr. Sunita Purushottam, Dr. Milind Kulkarni, Director, Dr. Yogin Parekh, ex-Jacobs and ex-EEC, Mr. Avinash Kate, Chief Engineer, Environment and Climate Change, Department of BMC. So this is the panel discussion we'll be having now. And thank you so much, our all eminent speakers today. And we will be listening to you, I think, post-lunch. It's amazing to hear from you. Yeah. So now we are inaugurating the proceedings.
We are sending these proceedings by email, so everybody should ensure that you give your proper email address, and if you don't receive it, of course, you can contact me on email or mobile. Thank you.
Thank you so much, our eminent speakers. We are excited to hear after this panel.